Hi everyone, Linda here. I am in a swap over at Your Paper Pantry for wine lovers, and I got this tablecloth yesterday at Goodwill or St. Finney's for $3.50. Isn't that a shame to sell that beautiful piece of cloth and work for $3.50? And I'm going to do something even worse to it. I'm going to cut it and make 4 bags out of it. But you know, it's kind of bright, and it's not something that would go with most in most rooms anymore. So I thought what I would do is cut it and make it into 4 wine bags, and that's what I'm going to do with this. So I have the pieces cut. Now the first thing I'm going to do is take a piece of, this I think was an old pillowcase that I just ripped, and I'm going to make a casing for the ribbon that's going to be the drawstring at the top. So now what I want to do is I want to make sure when I sew my bag shut on the side that I'm still showing this pretty lace. So I've sewed along this edge so that when I sew this together, I'm going to sew it on the outside here like this. So now I need to form the bottom. So I'm going to put right sides together. I'm going to sew across the bottom, and then I'm going to put angles on it so it'll sit flat. Turn it inside out. So I'm turning it right side out, and then I'm going to sew it up the side like this, and that's already finished off so that this pretty embroidery doesn't get lost. And I want to stop here because that's where the ribbon's going to come out, and I'll go back and fix up these threads later. So now I'm going to go back in the bag. I mean, I just think that is so pretty. Look at that beautiful embroidery on there. And then it's all going to be gathered together like that. But now I'm going to go down in the bottom here, and I'm just going to make angles so that instead of it having a seam like that, it'll be more like a bag. So all I have to do that is, the bag is like this, like that across, and I'm just going to take and open it like this across like this, and that'll give me a little bit more of a flat bottom. Now the bottom has kind of a flat part to it that's kind of cute because it's got that little flower on it too. Okay, and then this still looks there. So basically this is the bag, and you can see that this is the place where the ribbon's going to go through. It'll be like that, and there's the bag. And now I need to follow a couple of the other rules, or like to incorporate a cork in it, and I'm going to put that on the ribbon that goes through here. Here's the bag all finished. I just love the way they turned out. They're really feminine, really pretty. Each bag has a different embroidery. Each corner had a different color flower. So this one has a blue flower, and then the side has this lace on it, and I put a drawstring on it. And then, you know, I was worried about, okay, so these don't have any grapes on it, they don't have any cork on it, how am I going to incorporate that? But I just love this tablecloth so much, and I wanted to use it. So what I did is I made the drawstring, and the way I did it is I put the drawstring right straight through the cork. So the cork slides to draw it. Like if I open it up like this, here's the bag full open, and then just take the cork and push it like that and pull the string. Then on the string I made a charm. This is one of those Tim Holtz pieces, I forget what they're called, but acrylic pieces, and then I stamped a piece of paper and used glossy accents, and this is from a Raisin Boat stamp. This is a Stamp TV stamp, Gina K Stamp TV? Yes, Stamp TV. And then I put 2 charms on here, and I used a swivel clasp. This is from the fishing department. Ball bearing swivel, so you know it can spin around. But anyway, so that is my bag for the wine lovers swap over at your paper pantry. So I hope the ladies that get it like it, because I sure do. So let me just show you how I did the cork. It's the hardest part of the cork is getting the hole in it. Okay, so here's the parts that I used: a cork, 2 charms, a swivel clasp, and then the charm that I made. So the first thing I have to do is poke a hole through the cork, and that's probably the hardest thing. So what I did is I took a really sharp pair of scissors. First I used my Tim Holtz pokey thing, and I ended up breaking it. So, and then I want to go in from both sides just so it'll go through. Then I have this great big sewing needle, you know, like a doll maker's needle, and so that'll go through there. Now I have to thread. Now first I put in some of this seam binding. It's not bias tape, it's seam binding, so you know it's folded in here. But this is really, really old, and one of them that I pulled on kind of tight, ripped, fell apart. So I thought, I better not use that. So I'm going to change this out. And I'm trying to grow my fingernails, so I'm really trying to remember to use tools. They're working. They're getting there. I'm using some Sally Hansen stuff, so that's kind of good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is some cord that I got in a rack from Monica at, I think it's MB Dula. I got it last year from her, and I really like it. It's a very nice cord for this. So I'm just tying it on here so that I can pull it through and I don't have to go back with a pin. And this works really slick. Well, it did on the other 2. Yeah, it's working. So I'm just going to cut that off here. And then what I have to do is I have to put both these threads through the cork. And I want to make sure I have enough. And make sure they're even. There we go. And to get it threaded through here, it's a little tricky. So what I did is I made my own little threader. I took a piece of this bias tape, and I could get that through the needle like this, and then one at a time I'm going to pull these through, so you make a little loop. Another thing that works good for doing things like this when you're having trouble threading is, you know, the dental floss threaders. Like if you have a bridge, you have to clean into your bridge, and if you're young you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I have it threaded. That was a little harder than it was the other day. Okay, so then I'm just going to pull it through here, and I'm going to use a pair of pliers to do that because, you know, I'm pulling quite a bit through that hole. And once I get it through, then I'm going to make my charm, and these little swivel clasps, you just pinch this like this, and they come open. And then I put the barrel, it's a little wine barrel, and then my charm that I made that has my information on the back of it, and then the little wine opener. I have some grapes ordered from one of the Amazon sites, but they haven't gotten here yet, so If they get here before I send this, then I'll add those to the charms, which is just a manner of opening that up. Then what I'm going to do is same thing here. I'm going to pull those through. See, I tried using one of my Tim Holtz little jump rings, but when I pulled on it, it just opened, because I don't know about those. If I had a soldering gun, maybe it wouldn't be so hard, but I have a hard time keeping them closed. I don't think they're nice and tight. So alright, so then I'm just going to pull these through this hole here like this, my charm. And I forgot I wanted to make a knot, one knot first. I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to make one knot, make sure I have them even at the end, and make a knot, because I don't want the charm to run up and down. I want it to be at the end. So I'm making a knot there. So I put a knot there, and then I'm going to take my little piece of bias tape and put it through the hole. See, it's all getting frayed. That wouldn't have been very good. It looked really pretty with the pink, and if I looked hard enough, I might find some pink ribbon, or I could have dyed some pink bias tape, but I like this green. I think it's very pretty, and I have it, and I want to use it. Okay, so I just put that through there. First I put it through here, then I put the cord through it, then I just pull it like this, and it comes through. And then you take this off. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is take and make a double knot at this other end, just to keep it in one, keep the charm in one spot. So I'll get there. See, this cord's really nice. It frays a lot though, so you have to be careful. I just put a little crystal accents on the knot just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And there you have it. This is my entry for the wine bag at your paper pantry. There's a little cork that's, when you slide it like this, the bag opens and you can put your wine bottle in it. And then when you pull the cork like this, it closes. So there you have it. I hope the ladies that receive these like them, and like them as much as I liked making them for them. And see, the back has this, you know, I didn't want to lose any of this beautiful embroidery. I just can't believe people make these things and they sit in closets. You know, I mean, this, you could tell this tablecloth had never been used, and it's so pretty. I mean, even tea dyeing this would be kind of pretty too. Could grunge it up a little bit, but I'm going to send it like this. So there you go. I hope you like it. I hope the ladies like it, and there sure are a lot of very talented ladies over at your paper pantry, and I know any of you that haven't joined or want to join, you would not be disappointed at all. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.